go. You want to be stressed, sleepless?
Yeah.
Go to nursing. You want eye bugs? Go to nursing.
Nursing.
You want your money gone? Go to
Nursing.
nursing.
Simply promise, you.
Welcome back for another video. So for our content today, we'll be asking some students about why do they think the Philippines produces the best nurses in the world? And if that's so, then why does the Philippines has shortage when it comes to nurses here in the country? What is your name po?
I am Nathaniel Rajan A. Salvador po.
And what level?
I'm from level 3. I think Filipinos has the best nurses in the world because as a Filipino, I think we are built different. Filipinos is more capable and had the ability for give an utmost care, most especially in bedside nurses. Unlike yung mga sa ibang lahi, tayong mga Pilipino parang mas bihasa tayo tapos mas may abilidad tayo na makapagbigay ng pag-aalaga, pag-aaruga sa mga pasyente natin. At kayang-kaya natin ibigay yung kailangan ng isang
So
pasyente.
what is your name po?
My name is Rodfel Mabunga, and well, I'm third year here in Lyceum, Northwestern University.
Okay. So why do you think Philippines has the best nurses in the world?
In my opinion, because we have this strong education backed up by reviewers, which helps us review even NPEX style questions, and even some of our nurses here are once doctors before. And we are culturally diverse. We are very versatile in different cultures. We can speak English very frequently, and yun na mostly what I think why nurses are in the Philippines.
Bro, can you introduce yourself to us?
My name is Stanford Malana Baget. I'm from Liberia, West Africa.
Great. We are both West Africans. So I would like to ask you, why do you think Filipinos produce or make the best nurses?
Based on my own point of view, it depends. It's all about the way how Filipinos interact with people. You know, they are very calm, they are very respectful, very obedient. You understand me? Yeah.
What is your name po?
I am Cedric John Y. Soriano.
Daniela Rain Isobel T. Soriano.
You guys are Filipinos and you are both nursing students. So why do you think Philippines produce the best nurses in the world?
First of all, I believe that Philippines produces the best nurses in the world because first of all, we have this thing what we are very empathetic to each other, meaning that we love to love people, right? So it's not just our job, but we put ourselves this as a responsibility on taking care of the patient. So it's not just them us treating we treating them clients as clients, but we also treating them as somebody like we're a loved one or somebody like that. So, and second of all is that like how we treat our own family, like for example, in the Western culture they always leave their grandmothers on a senior home, but us here in the Philippines we make them stay. That is also how we produce care to our own patients. Even after care, before care, after care, we still give them care that is that we want to give them, not just because we are a nurse, but because we are a fellow Filipino or just a nurse with a Filipino's heart.
I think it's also because our education as nurses, every time the teacher will always say, please do not forget to take care of your patient. Like, even though, read them, anything, they always say, just take care of the patient. Do not forget the patient. Always put the patient first. That's what they always say. So I think us nurses, we never forgot that until we graduated. And also because as us Filipinos, it's the way of our hospitality, and it's also in our culture that we can't, even though visitors, in visitors, like, sit down, everyone,
Hospitality.
yeah, the hospitality, they also, like, instead of other countries, like when there's visitors, they're going to bring out the plates that are so luxurious.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring out just so the guests would be
The
very
new
welcome.
ones.
Yeah, the new ones. And I'm like, "Ma?"
You can only use it when there's a
Yeah,
visitor.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, it's just really in our.
About the shortage of nurses here in the country is because of yung sweldo or the paycheck. Because here in the Philippines, nurses is or nursing profession is hindi masyadong na-acknowledge. Kaya most Filipino nurses na they tend to go overseas to work.
For shortages in staff, in my opinion, because we are very what's it called? We are very underpaid. Like, it's more than 1/6 or 1/8 of a fraction on on what they pay here compared sa
Ibang bansa.
ibang bansa. And if to think about it, like, imagine mo like 18K dito, tapos if you're going abroad, you'll have around 100,000 pesos.
Because many of the Filipino nurses, some of them they are working out. They are out of the country.
Okay.
Yes, they are nurses out of the country. We call them OFW nurses.
Yeah.
It's simple because, as I said earlier, we are very family oriented and very empathetic to our own family. So, in order for us to sustain for our family, Filipinos also create sacrifices, not just for their own family, but also for the patients, right? But this time, if they want the Filipinos or the Filipino nurses to increase more and for them to stay here, they need to first increase of course, let's be honest, salary, and then some benefits of them and their families, so that they will be staying here, and they will, yeah. So
How about you?
Also similar, and obviously it's mainly because of the salary. Like I've learned, not learned, I found out from a nurse in a hospital where I used to duty. um, she said that in 8 hours her salary was only 750 pesos. 750 pesos, I can use that in one whole hour. So what more if I became a nurse here in the Philippines? So obviously it will be automatic for me to go to another country, because in another country, 1 hour would be like more than 750 pesos.
Both of you guys are already in third year of nursing, second sem. So less than 2 months.
Yes.
You will be fourth years. You will be senior students of nursing. What is your advice, or what can you say to those senior high schools or those junior high schools who are thinking or planning to enter the College of Nursing?
don't don't. The only advice for them is that, first of all, stop procrastinating, which is one number one cities of nursing, and then next is um, love your work. Like, you cannot possibly go to nursing without loving it. I myself don't love nursing at first, but as I began to grow in here, as I began to go deeper in nursing, I began to love how our human anatomy and physiology work, how every diseases are created, how every diseases are treated, and everything. So, yeah, love nursing and study nursing.
Okay. How about you?
The question was,
Your
the,
advice.
the students wants to be nursing,
Yeah.
or what
Wants to be nursing student.
wants
To enter.
wants, not the one who are forced.
Course.
Because
Yeah.
I'm a forced
Forced
student.
one.
So as you can see, no, girl, what are you doing? Don't.
Yeah.
What do you do? Girl, you want to be stressed, sleepless?
Yeah.
Go to nursing.
Mm.
You want eye bugs? Go to nursing.
Nursing.
You want your money gone? Go to
Nursing.
nursing. No, but on a serious note, yeah, I don't like nursing at first. I was scared. Come on, I'm a forced student.
Forced Filipino.
Yeah, forced Filipino who went to nursing because my mom wants me to be a nurse.
Typical.
Yeah, and then as I stayed, I'm already third year. I grew to love, but it was a very, very long process for me to love this. So I don't know about you guys. Good luck.
What is your name po?
Okay, my name is MacLaine Loquias. I am a registered nurse in the Philippines, and I am also a registered nurse in the United States.
Okay, since you yourself po have experience when it comes to nursing and you have your licenses po, why do you think Philippines produce the best nurses in the world?
Well, it has been like a couple of years or decades back that the Philippines has been tagged as one of the best nurses in the world. I think I can attest to that because I think Filipinos are family oriented, and I believe that that's one characteristic that sets them apart because every patient they get into, they treat it as members of their family. So I think that's one edge why we are among the best nurses that are basically we're also sought after, not just by the Americas, but all over the world. So I think that's one reason.
So, if that's so po, why do you think Philippines has the shortage of nurses in our country?
Well, I think the term shortage would imply on those nurses that are not working in the hospital. But I don't believe that there are shortage of nurses in the Philippines. It's about giving them opportunities to work in the hospital. But most nurses I know, well, basically they are working in your customer service representatives, working in the BPO industries because it gives more money. Well, Filipinos are you're known about being practical, so they would prefer a job that would give them more money than being patriotic about taking care of other people. So I think that's one. So I think if there's no shortage, there would be mismanagement on how nurses are working in the field.
Ano pong advice yung mabibigay niyo sa mga nursing students or sa mga gustong mag-aral ng nursing pa?
I think if you are, my piece of advice or advices, I think it should come from the heart. Okay? And of course, you have to be motivated. And of course, there's this innate need to care for other people. And if you plan to take on nursing, yeah, you are doing the great job. So I can attest that nursing is one of the noblest profession. So we're not just caring for someone else's, we're just not just making difference, but it's about making a difference that would greatly impact life. And I also believe in the saying that really health is wealth. So yes, so continue nursing.
Always, before we end the video, we as host of this video will share our answers on the question.
Well, for me, I feel like one of the reasons why the Philippines have the best nurses or they are needed in the whole world is because of their nature and their personality. If you spend time with Filipinos or you have Filipino friends, you realize that one of the most important things that they have is empathy. They are very, very caring. And for me, I think the Philippines should be regarded as the hospitality capital of the world because everyone that comes to this country feels very, very, very comfortable because of how friendly they are with people. So I think it's very, very innate in them as Filipinos to be very, very caring. And nursing as a profession requires that you are caring. And if you lack empathy, if you lack caring as an individual, it will be very, very difficult for you to thrive or be successful as a nurse. I think that's one of the things that makes them great nurses.
Okay, I think Filipinos are the best nurses in the world because as a Filipino myself, we were raised to be caring. And I think it has a connection with being family oriented. We were so family oriented that our parents, especially our mothers, usually they teach us on how to take care of our siblings, take care of our own family members. And when you think of it, when you're in other country like United States, they have this hospice care when their grandparents are very old. But here in the Philippines, it's not that common. Here in the Philippines, what we do is we still live with our grandparents. So I think that's one of the biggest factors on why we Filipinos are empathetic and very caring. And that's two of the most important values that you should have if you want to be a registered nurse. But I think if we have the best nurses, then why does the Philippines have the shortage when it comes to nurses? I think maybe the big factor is the salary.
Yeah, remuneration.
Yeah, the salary. I think most of the nurses here in the Philippines choose to take NCLEX and work overseas, like in United States, in Canada, to be a registered nurse there instead of here. And I can't blame them because also here in the Philippines, I don't think nurses are acknowledged that much. Yeah, compared to when you were in other countries. I think in other countries like in USA, since I have friends there who are also working in healthcare facilities, Filipino nurses are very acknowledged there. So I think that's what we lack here inside the country.
Yeah, and the statement I'm about to make might sound very, very controversial. And maybe I'm not supposed to say this, but I think if you should visit any hospital around the world and there are no Filipino nurses, please go to the next hospital because you need the best care, and the best care can only come from Filipino nurses.
Yeah, and the unique thing is some of the nurses who were working in overseas were doctors here in the Philippines. Yeah, so I think you can really get the best out of them.
Yeah. So this is our thoughts. These are our opinions. These are what we think. If you share similar sentiments or if you differ in what we are sharing at this moment, just feel free to share your comments and just drop it under the comment section.